Hello and welcome to Cocktails. I'm one of your hosts, Savannah, and I also have Shannon with me like usual.
Hello, everyone.
There you go.
And
That's
we
just
also,
for you.
and we also have Kim
Hello.
and Katie joining us today.
Hello.
Woohoo! Welcome. So we have two more people from our Probetus office, which is always super fun. Katie's here in the Grand Forks office, and Kim, we have a Thompson office, technically.
Right? That is true.
So Kim works from home for us in Thompson.
When I used to work from home, I used to refer to my house as Provita South. But,
Oh, and then he got beat out. Now we got Souther.
Souther. Oh, yeah,
Thompson.
Thompson, right? And now I'm
Southwest.
Probitas North in the warehouse.
Yep. I'm trying to get Kim to come back into the office since we have space.
Open
but
office.
I'll visit.
She isn't game.
Got a dog.
Busy. Hashtag busy.
Working from home is super fun, but it's also kind of super lonely. Like mingling with like your coworkers, chatting with coworkers. You kind of feel like, oh, if I message somebody, am I going to bother them? You know what I mean? I don't feel that way anymore, but I used to.
Well, that's why she got a dog.
Yep.
Right.
Kim, tell us about your dog.
Oh, a Scout. She's so pretty and small. She's little. She's about a year and a half old. She's mostly, well, her mom is a poodle mixed with, and the dad is corgi, totally corgi.
And she's like tiny, and you're like hand tiny, right?
Oh yeah, she's about this big. Yep. She just fits my arm, and yeah, she's such a good dog.
She should be our mascot.
And I didn't want a dog, and I can't live my life without her.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So I forgot. I just dove right into
You
it.
did.
I just
We didn't even
dove
talk
into
about
it
our
all. I
drinks.
didn't even do. So the name of this podcast, Cocktails, it's just about the crew hanging out after work and grabbing a drink and talking about work, life, and everything in between. Today, we are testing, trying.
And
If you've heard, we are having, well, some of us, some are having an array. We're trying the new Bud Light Seltzer Fall Flannel Pack. Super unique. First, we'll just kick off with the cheers.
Oh,
And
cheers.
then I will cheers.
Shannon, we're
virtual
virtual
cheers.
cheering.
So I have the maple pear, and it's really interesting. It's like maple syrupy with like a hint of pear. It's not terrible, but I don't know if I could have two in the same sitting. I could
Yeah.
probably go a little bit between. What do you got, Shannon?
I have the apple crisp, and at first, when I first took a sip of it, I thought it tasted more like a cider, like a, what did we used to drink all the
Angry
time?
Orchard or
Yep,
Reds.
exactly.
Yeah.
But now, the more I drink it, the more I'm picking up on like the crisp part, like the sugary, like
Like cinnamon, kind of?
yeah, it's okay. I probably would not be able to have more than one of these. It's a little too sweet for me.
All right, let's jump over to Katie because she's also in the variety pack.
I have toasted marshmallow.
So bold. I was not expecting her to pick that one at all. What's it like?
Tastes like a toasted marshmallow. It's not bad. It might be my cough drop talking too. So, but I mean, I think I could have another one.
I'm so intrigued.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's really weird. It tastes like a marshmallow. Like if you ever have like Lucky Charms, like just the marshmallows, it's kind of what it tastes like.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
I was going to ask if you had like a side of chocolate, would it kind of taste like a s'more?
You know, that's not a bad idea.
Who was supposed to bring the chocolate?
Yeah, where's
Or-
the chocolate?
Yeah, what is that chocolatey like liquor that you could do like a mixed drink with it?
Like a chocolate Godiva kind of?
Yeah, or like a Kahlua or whatever with it. Like that might be good.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I'm
interesting.
sorry, guys. I keep burping. Seltzers. I love them, but they hate me.
And then Kim,
I got
What-
the pineapple. Mike's.
Kim went with the safe side.
Yep.
Is it good?
It's very good.
I have
coulda
that
had
too, and
more
it's
than
really,
one.
It's very, very good. Yes, definitely can have more than one of these. Cheers.
Well, speaking of having more than one, and our little koozies too. I don't know if you can see them on the screen, but big game this weekend, home opener,
And potato
UND
bowl.
football and potato bowl. So, for those of you who are going to be at tailgating UND football potato bowl parade, we'll be in the parade. We'll also be tailgating, where I'm sure a cluster of these leftovers will be found in a cooler near us. So stop on over and say hi if you're at tailgating. We're in 101 and 102, I think. Does that sound right, Kim?
Yep, it does.
So we'll have a big loud tent, of course, that will say Probetus on it. Should be easy to find.
Should be pretty easy, pretty bright tent.
We haven't taken it out yet, but
I
nothing
can
like
only assume it'll be really bright. I mean, it looks bright from the box, so.
yeah, from the bag. But yeah, Shannon, what's on the agenda today?
Well, I don't really have an agenda, but I have notes in case we run out of things to talk about, which really has never happened to me before. So this is the first time I've ever had notes. Another thing going on this weekend is Luke Combs is going to be in town. I don't really know Luke Combs, and I don't really know his music, but I'm very, very excited. They're still going, right?
Sorry to break it to you, but just kidding. I just wanted to find a reason to push one of these buttons. Yeah, no. I saw, if anyone's still looking for Luke Combs tickets, we don't have any anymore. But I did see a bunch of bars and restaurants like doing giveaways like tomorrow or like Thursday, which, sorry, this is going to be past tense. Just forget I still went there. Never mind. I forget we're in the future. But yeah, super fun things. I was going to say, if you're one of those like wild people who goes to bars to like win tickets and calls into the radio and all that cool stuff, I know they're still giving them away. But
So, I have not been to a concert in like 2 years because of COVID, and I'm sure a lot of people are in the same boat. So I'm just super excited to like actually go to an event like this again. It's gonna be fun.
It's supposed to be like the biggest concert that the Alaris has ever had, I saw, which is great. I'm not surprised because it sold out like instantly when they first went on sale, the tickets. So,
And they were supposed to be here. Was it last year or the year before? Last year.
I think it was
Just
last fall,
2020.
yeah.
Yep. So yeah, it's exciting. Should be a good time.
and they just opened another seating area. I saw an announcement. More seats are open. Like they're starting to create seating areas on those walkways at the end zones at the Alaris Center. Wow. So you'll like kind of be at like a little bar top that like looks out onto the field.
Oh, okay.
So
That'll be interesting.
cool. Take advantage of the space if you got it, right?
For sure. And I like sections like that are like away from the super crowds. Like when we have UND hockey tickets and they're in the club lounge, and that's super nice because you're not with a bunch of people. You don't have to like move. Like our seats are on the end. And
I learned a new word, and I'm going to use it to describe you. Who's ready for it? Guess the word in the comments if you haven't heard this yet.
why do I feel my face turning red?
Oh, well, it is bougie.
I am not bougie.
I don't know. I
and-
feel like that might be a really good descriptor for you.
Totally.
I was going to say, in full disclosure here, too, I have known Shannon the least amount of time compared to the other two at the table.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's true.
Katie has known how long? Long time.
The longest.
Yeah, since I was like 14. Like, I mean, I won't tell stories of when I've met Shannon because
She
we
drove
might get in
she
trouble.
drove a getaway car at the age
Yeah.
of 14.
Yeah.
That's as
So,
far as we'll go.
Yep.
And then Kim, I don't know, how long?
At Nelson's.
I know. I was thinking about that. How long? Like when we first started working together, Courtney was like super little.
So it'll be 20 years.
I was not even pregnant with my kids yet. So,
Yep.
yeah, 20 years.
20 years, I would say. Yep.
It's funny, actually, thinking about like the show today. I wrote down the 12 degrees of Kevin Bacon because I feel like sometimes I'm like Kevin Bacon. I'm like, my group's connected because of me.
I've never even heard of it, so I don't even know what
What?
that is.
You've never heard of the 12 Degrees of Kevin Bacon?
No, Kim, see? I'm not
Savannah
alone.
has an assignment for next week.
Yes.
Go home and Google 12 degrees
And
of
Kim,
Kevin
you
Bacon.
too, because it's funny, it's awesome. It's basically saying like everybody's connected in some sort of way.
Is it just facts, or is it a movie or a TV show? I need more information here.
It's facts.
It's just it's like a statement.
Right. Like
Okay.
he's married to Kara
Sedgwick.
Yep.
Yep.
And she played with so and so. It's like it's funny. It's like there's like a map if you Google it. There's like a map of like all these people that he's connected to through certain things. Basically, I'm Kevin Bacon.
Do you want us to make you a map of like?
You used to ask for flashcards.
I did.
You need a very large piece of paper. Like spreadsheet, I don't know.
Well, okay. Well, this one time we did make a sheet because I have a really big family. My dad's one of 12, so there's like over 100 people that are just under my grandma and grandpa. And we have, instead of like a normal family tree on a piece of paper, we have a sheet, like a king-size sheet that they made this family. It's like a art project thing. But, so it's like a family tree, literally, with all the things. So we'd maybe need like a sheet. California King?
Right. Oh my God.
But that mainly has to do with like your small town thing. And I know you had that on your list, I think, didn't you?
I do have that on my list because basically I grew up 10 miles north of Michigan. Katie grew up in Petersburg, Michigan. Kim grew up on a farm outside of Thompson. And growing up that way, actually this morning I was having brilliant ideas and it was like 7:45 and I knew we couldn't make that happen. Like how small our like classes were compared to like yours.
Well,
Like
I
if-
was thinking that even if just everyone listed or just said their
Graduation.
their class.
Okay, well, I'm unique because I started going to school in Michigan school, and we had a class of 7.
Yep.
Then my 8th grade year, we merged with Lakota, and we were NCN, and there was probably like 30 of us. Went to school in Michigan, 8th grade year, Lakota, 9th grade year. 10th grade, we stopped that merger and merged with Petersburg. So we were Dakota Prairie, Michigan, Petersburg. And I think we maybe had like 16 in our class. And then my senior year, it was just Dakota Prairie as a whole. And I believe we graduated with like 67 kids in our class.
Oh, that's huge.
wow.
For
I was gonna
back
say
then.
Yeah, it's borderline not even
I
small
think
town.
it was one of the biggest. I think my brother's class was the biggest, 2001. But I tell people, I'm like, yeah, I went to 3 different schools and I never moved once. It was an experience. So that's
Wow.
my numbers.
I had 30 in my graduation class. And it was like that all the way through kindergarten through senior year in Thompson. Now I think the highest class was 75 in kindergartners last year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's growing unbelievable.
Wow,
They have
that's
three.
crazy.
They have 3 kindergarten classes again this year, don't
Yep.
they? Yeah.
And second grade, I think, too. Yeah, it's crazy.
I graduated with only 14 people, so yeah, pretty wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, and I don't even know like how long like Dakota Prairie will still like be a school on its own.
Is that what
because
you
it's
were,
just-
Dakota Prairie?
Yeah, because it's just so small now, and I think like all the sports are co-opted with Lakota and all that, so I'm sure it'll just become one like Nelson County school soon. But
Right.
it's crazy. But yeah,
Because how big is Lakota? They have a bunch more.
it's like 1,500 people, I think. Something
Yeah,
like that.
I think they're the biggest
Yeah.
city in
Yeah, they're the
Nelson
biggest
County.
in Nelson County for sure. Yep.
originally that's what school people wanted. It was like a big like super school and build it in the middle of the county, and there was so much drama that went
All
with
the
that.
drama. Nelson County is a drama pit.
Yeah.
Sorry about you, Nelson County people. You're taking the heat this episode. I don't know, and I'm trying to think. If I would have stayed in East Side, I'm not sure how many I would have had. Probably like around 100 and some, 150 maybe or so they were. But then I went over to Wisconsin, and I graduated with like 597 kids in my class.
It's crazy.
When she tells me stories about it, like, oh yeah, my high school had a daycare. I'm like, oh, what now?
wild.
a daycare, a bank, you know, all the things that you'd have in a high school, maybe. Because what did we have? But there was only 3 classes or 3 grades in the. So yeah, because you couldn't fit everyone. You couldn't fit 4 grades. So we had 9th grade, or no, 10th, 11th, 12th. So it wasn't terrible.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's like our school. Like I went to K through 6 in Macville, and then 7 through 12 is in Petersburg. So, and like our school literally has one hallway. Like, like that's it. So.
Okay, I'm going to tell a story.
Oh no.
I didn't think I was going to tell this story, and I'm not even drunk. I have hardly had any liquor today at all, but I'm not going to
Hardly
use.
any liquor today.
I'm not going to use any names.
We'll just pretend that she didn't come from work, right?
Guys, this is who I am. I'm not bougie. I'm funny. So,
Put that on a shirt. I'm not bougie. I'm funny.
it's like my sweater weather.
It's the sweater weather.
It's
You
sweater
wore your
weather.
sweater, I wore my sweater. Yeah.
Anyways, okay. So this is a terrible story, but my parents are dead, so here we go. Okay. So we're going to a party, me and my best friend from high school. I'm not going to say any names, so there we go. And we are in Petersburg, just driving around, going back to a party in Michigan. And we pick up this guy who is related to another guy in our class. So my friend is making out with this guy in the front seat of my car, and we're going on this way to this party, and whatever, everything's fine. Well, the next day, I'm like, so, oh my God, somebody stole my CD player, my little Walkman I had plugged in with the tape into my car. Somebody stole it. I know it was that guy. Karen, it was that guy. What's his name? Oh, shit, I just like, oh, well, who cares? We're growing up now. She's a grandma. So
More identifying clues on who this mysterious person is.
so she's like, I don't know who that was. So, like, fast forward like a week later, I'm walking in school and I'm walking by the art room, and all of a sudden I see this guy, and he's like the sub art teacher, and I'm like, oh my God, Karen! And I run down the one hallway to like find her in her class, and I pull her out, and she's like, no. And I'm like, yes. So we go, and we're standing outside this art door, and she's looking at him, and he looks at us. He's like, oh, hey, guys. And he comes out or whatever. I'm like, hey, you stole my CD player, Walkman thing. If you don't give that back to me right now, I'm going to the principal, and I'm going to tell him what you did. And it was in my locker the next day.
Oh my gosh.
He couldn't afford a Walkman on his sub-teacher salary.
I think what's better is thankfully that you didn't name drop the sub. Like, what if he is still don't do it.
No, I'm pretty sure he's dead, actually.
Oh, goodness gracious. That story went all kinds of directions.
Too many, maybe.
That is so funny.
Good times at the Dakota Prairie.
Well, you know, so thinking of Kevin Bacon and his circle of trust or whatever, so Mr. Lunston actually knew, I should say.
He's dead, too.
Yep. Like a bunch of my family, because he would go to Smelt Fry, like up in Grigla, Minnesota, every single year. So he like knew a bunch of our family, and then one day, like randomly, my sister found out about it. It was like Grigla is pretty much in the middle of nowhere, northern Minnesota, like most random thing ever. So it's
I've heard of it.
such a random connection, like.
You never know, like,
Yeah.
people you meet, especially, I consider Grand Forks a pretty small town. Like, you never know who you're going to talk about that, oh, yeah, that's my relative, or that's my sister, or whatever. So I have to be very careful. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not like that.
Well, I did know Katie's grandma,
Yes, Kim, her parents were good friends with my grandparents.
Farmers Union.
Yep.
So cool.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's our last maiden name. Like, is your grandma named Karen?
Yeah, and randomly you sent me like pictures of
Lipstick,
them.
yeah.
Yes, my cousins on my mom's side will talk about my grandma Karen's bright pink lipstick because my grandma is my dad's mom, but they all love her and call her
Oh,
Grandma
shoot, yep.
Karen, and she still wears that bright pink lipstick. Like that's her calling card.
That's awesome.
So that's, yeah,
Yep.
small world.
So crazy.
Well, you know a ton of people, Kim, you and your sister. If people don't know, Kim has a sister, Kay, who owns Northern Roots Boutique in town. And when I introduce them to people, I'm like, you're not gonna believe that they're sisters. Like, oh my god. And the only one person that's like, oh Gary, I can believe it. I'm like, what? No.
I think he just says things sometimes to be like, yeah, no, I do. And it's like, you really.
Yeah.
Gary.
Okay,
Goes along with it.
goes back to somewhat small town and this word that you just said, a smelt party?
Smelt fry. It's a fish.
Oh.
So
That
smelt
doesn't sound
is-
good.
I don't
it's
know
like
what she's talking about.
It's like a long, skinny fish, and a lot of times it's used as a bait fish. So, like, if you're musky fishing or sturgeon fishing, like, up for those bigger fish in, like, especially northern Minnesota or, like, Alaska, you can smelt fish or use them as bait fish, too. But usually it's when you're fishing for a bigger, more predatory fish that we don't have here in North Dakota, but
More yummy, more delicious.
yeah, worth the fight kind of fish.
But no, I don't think people eat those ones either. I've heard like northern are slimy and
well,
weird.
there's a lot of people that eat northern though. Like they'll pickle it.
Yeah.
Like
Pickled northern.
yeah, like especially like northern Minnesota, like pickled northern is like a delicacy up there.
so
But-
have
But
you
so is lutefisk.
eaten this smelt
Yeah.
fry?
Yeah, it's like okay, so smelt is like it's like a long skinny fish, and you just like dredge it and fry it, and you just eat it. Yeah.
It's like chicken.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's like a fish fry, but
Yeah, it's a fish fry, but
a little more unique.
specifically smelt.
Okay,
But yeah,
Huh.
it's
interesting.
it's like a whole thing up there.
I should be writing this down. How many things I got to Google? Smelt, Kevin Bacon Circle 12.
12 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, definitely have to write that one down.
I think you can even buy smelt actually at Hugo's in the fish section, like in the actual like frozen section, not the deli counter. Like if you go to the frozen fish section, I think they have it there.
Interesting.
Yeah,
We might have to try that.
Duh.
have fun.
I, I think if we're gonna try anything, let's go up to Grigla to the smelt
Well,
fry.
That's true. I do like trying like different kinds of foods like that once in a while. It's fun.
Well, wouldn't that be crazy? We were talking about haven't done work, picnic, potluck. So, can you imagine if we did like potluck with crazy weird food? Like, oh, bring your, I don't know, like what you think is good maybe that other people might think is weird?
Who's bringing the Rocky Mountain oysters?
Right.
And Savannah's like, add another thing to the list to Google.
No, that one I do know. Thank you. I think it's like TV or something. Oh, no, The Office.
Oh, okay.
When Michael's going to move to Colorado.
Yep.
And so I do know that one. Oh gosh, no, I'm trying to think like what weird food, but that might be like a fun holiday one or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't have to be terrible either, but like
Yeah, can we
something-
bring like good food too so we can
Just
actually
something
like
weird, yeah.
Just in case.
like a Fear Factor Christmas party?
oh, eat a spider.
We'd have to be careful with that 'cause I think Matt could take that over the top fear factor wise.
It's true. Yeah. I could see Phil doing the same thing too.
Oh, yes.
I was gonna say Michael. Michael was my top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
because
Gary.
he's that crazy
Gary
one.
would just enjoy all of it, I think.
He
right?
would do exactly what we just said. When, oh yeah, no, I can believe they're sisters. He'd be like, it's good.
Yep.
It's good.
Yeah, well, it's not bad.
I've had this before.
Oh, what do you mean? I have this every Tuesday for lunch. Be something ridiculous like that.
Yep.
Oh gosh, no, thank you. I don't even know. Oofda.
All the party ideas now.
I'm too old for that.
Well, you could say that you're going to be the photographer since you're also a professional photographer. You
I
could
just did
go.
that.
Gonna have to set this one out so we can have like photographic evidence.
Good evidence.
Right.
The other stuff I'll just keep for myself. That's payback. So I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Put it in your special pictures folder, your
I can look at
blackmail folder.
it. I have some of those already.
now I'm nervous.
I saw Katie's when I worked on her computer when she was out on maternity leave.
My-
Incriminating Photos is the name of the album. It was awesome. I'm like, oh, now I have to look in here.
There's 2 pictures in there, and it's both of Daydream's employees. So I have
Not
them in
naming
my
names.
back pocket. Yeah. You know who you are.
There's got to be more though. I was surprised because I did have to open it too a little bit.
I
wasn't gonna admit to it, but
I
if
only
we're-
got two. I only got the two. I do have one of a promposal card you received last February.
What?
Also, I'll send it to you tomorrow.
Oh,
I think
yes, you
I
have
think
to.
you've seen it.
Yeah, it's old news.
Yeah,
It's still good news.
It's hilarious every time I look at it, though.
Oh my God,
Yep.
that's funny.
You've got to get someone on the inside. That's what you have to do. Who no one knows. You need like a what do they call those people? Like a spy kind of
Spy. Like a
person or
mole.
undercover
Yeah.
mole. That's
Yep.
the word I was looking for.
Yeah. Well, I could probably convince a couple people.
Easily.
Yeah.
Like Susan.
At least two.
Shoot,
I
we won.
think Ariana would probably be down too.
Right.
Yeah, I think she'd help me out. Ariana, if you're listening, help a sister out.
Call me tomorrow. What's your favorite food? I'll bring you food. That's probably another perk of working from home. No one's gonna get no incriminating photos of you.
Nope. I can just
Oh yeah, no pranks played. Remember how I used to play the pranks all the time at Nelson's? I don't really do that anymore. Well, we did that.
April 1st. We taped the phones. Remember?
Oh no, I remember that. That was a good one, but some people got really mad.
I mean,
Not having a good day. And then that one time we scared the crap out of Matt. We should find that video.
I do have.
We screamed like a girl.
Yeah, that one made the rounds last year. Early lockdown, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I think I don't remember. It's archived somewhere. You've got that folder. I should just give you all my
Send it
evidence.
to
that
me.
have.
I'll keep track of these things. Yep. I like taking your door off, Shannon, when you
Oh
were
yes, I have the
Dawn and
pictures of
Medora.
that. That was
made your cardboard door.
awesome.
It was labor intensive.
You got to do stuff like that for like big birthdays. I was 40 that year. Ooh, Savannah's 30 next year.
Oh,
30?
there we go.
Wow.
I just
Big
blasted
3-0.
that all for the internet.
We're leading the way for you.
all of our listeners. You never know.
Mark your calendars.
They don't know when though.
Right. Yeah.
That's top secret information.
I have a good video of Savannah at her birthday a couple years ago. That was awesome. I might send that to the group for her birthday next year. It's pretty funny.
Thankfully, not that embarrassing.
It's funny.
It's pretty funny, and I'm pretty relatively serious. So if I can admit to it being funny, it's probably pretty funny. Oh yeah, what do you do? What do you know?
Shannon, don't post that on the internet. Oh, sorry, already done. I can't keep drinking this stuff
Now
while I'm on
people are
air.
gonna find it. You just said it's on the internet.
Yeah, but I'm very private in my Facebook life, so they would have to
Do some digging.
message, friend request me.
I'm pretty sure all of our viewers are already friends with you. So. You're gonna have to go back a long ways though, if you want to find that gold. Oh gosh. Well, you got anything else in that Cliff Notes?
Well, I thought we could talk a little bit about the weather, because that's what small town folks do.
Oh,
We
Yeah.
talk
you
about
wanna-
like,
okay.
That's
hey,
true.
has anybody? I'm assuming Katie's checked out the Farmer's Almanac for this year. What?
Always. I'm pretty sure my grandma has a copy on her
I
bookshelf.
almost bought one the other day at Hugo's, but I did not. So what is it? I've heard it's supposed to be like super
I think
bitter,
it's supposed to be
rough.
a bad winter, guys.
Yeah.
Crickets and grasshoppers are moving into the garages early, so it's a coming. Snow is gonna be bad. So I would prepare. I'm gonna say 3 weeks and we get snow.
3 weeks.
It's my prediction.
The news had it today that
It's supposed to
stuff's
frost.
coming in.
Yeah, it's supposed to frost like early next week, I think. So
It
Bring
won't
on the
stay,
frost, but I'm
yeah.
not ready for the snow. But our friend Phil is. I'm supposed to give a shout out to Phil because he listens. He's a loyal listener, and he's ready for the winter. He posted that on his Facebook. He's ready for it, and then he got a bunch of negative comments.
I love winter. In school, I was always the person, like, it was snowing, and I'd be like, guys, it's snowing. Like, go tell everybody it is snowing, and I'd go outside and everybody would be like, Kitty, go back to class. Like, stop. What are you doing? Love snow.
I don't mind it
favorite.
at all.
How about Everett? Is he like a snow lover too?
Oh
then?
yeah, he loves it.
Gets it from
Loves
his
it.
mom.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, and Jason, he loves snowboarding and like all that stuff too. So, he doesn't have a chance if Everett doesn't want to like snow. We'll just get a new one. I don't know.
Okay.
Should be easy.
I'd like to exchange this one, please.
This one's defective. I don't know.
You were born in North Dakota.
You have one choice here.
I think all kids love winter and snow and everything.
Yeah.
That grew up here, at least.
Kim,
then you-
have you had your dog during snow yet?
Yep. We got him
Okay.
in January last year. Her in January. She
Because
loves
she'd
it.
get lost in the snow. If we get enough snow, she's gone.
Yep. So we have to have a little pass around the yard.
I used to cannonball Corky out the back door. My parents' dog, yeah. She liked it.
Did she tell you that?
Well, she whipped her tail around and did her business because she didn't want to go outside. And I'm like, you need to go outside. Like, you've held your bladder for like 12 hours now. You need to go outside. She's like, and you could like, kind of like see her like standing there like, no. So I'd pick her up and I'm like, whoosh. And into the snow she went.
And then it was kind of like,
Did her business, came back in. And sometimes she'd have to like trudge the snow. Like, I love how they do that. Like,
do you put like booties on Scout, or is she just all about it?
No, she'll go out there, but don't tell Courtney because Courtney will buy her every kind of outfit possible.
Courtney,
doesn't
if you're
need that.
listening, they have dog Halloween costumes at Target.
Yeah, she's already on it.
so cute.
It's like the dog doesn't need anything. She buys her toys and everything, and every day she calls, how's my princess? Well, what's your fish? You have a fish here. Well, but I guess that's my fish now.
Now you got a fish.
Yeah, I feed it every day, you know. I can't pet it, but I have Scout all day, so I can't complain.
Yeah. It's not one of those fish where you have also like a plant in it and it eats the plant.
No.
Those are kind of cool.
No, just
I've never had a fish.
I've never had a fish.
Had a few fish. They don't last very long.
This one's lasted a long time. She went to college, why not? And now she wants to take it to apartment. Oh well, I work at home, right? I need some company.
Just mix up the conversation. Breakfast, Scout, lunch,
Right.
fish. Katie, your dogs probably love the snow because they're kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah, they go crazy. And they just love to go out and eat the snow too. So then it's like, okay, well, you guys have to stop eating snow because then they get like
Oh, yeah.
bloody gums from eating it too much. But they just go absolutely insane. Like we could go out for like an hour and we come home and they're just like, okay, what else are we gonna do? Like, let's go back outside. I'm like, I am frozen to the core. I am not going back out with you right now.
Yeah, you're like, no, we're going to take a nap.
Yeah.
It's movie time.
Yeah, but luckily my father-in-law takes them twice a week for company, and he like would do anything for them, including sit outside in like 20 degrees and play all day, like all day long. He'll just sit outside and play with them. So
It's good for him.
he's a trooper.
Yeah, I think it is good for him.
Maynard's a trooper. Oh, that's another
Shout out
way.
to Maynard.
Shannon knows my in-laws. She's known Barb for like
Many years.
eons.
Yeah, I started working with Barb at Trojan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And you met Maynard at Johnny's one night with Marvin
Yes,
long
because
ago.
Marvin
Hodney. Yep.
and Maynard, Barb and Maynard or they used to be right next door.
Yep.
At the lake.
Yep. Up at Woodland.
And Maynard's like, I gotta go. I'm like, no, just tell Barb you're with me. It's fine.
Famous last words
Yep.
that anyone has, that Shannon speaks to people. Just tell them while you're with me, it's fine. And they never made it home. No, just kidding. Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness. Well, that's just, and like classic small town names. Marv and Maynard.
Yeah, Marvin is from
Lincoln
up-
area.
Yeah,
Yep.
Lincoln, and Maynard's from Vesleyville, which is up by Grafton.
I've never even heard of that town that you just said.
Well, I don't know if it's really considered a town anymore, quite honestly. It's like
Yeah.
a little township, I think, now, but his brother still lives up there, and Still have shindigs up at the farm every now and then, but yes, they're all a little Czech community up there, kind of. So.
They'd know of some good weird food for sure, those
Oh
Czechs.
yeah.
Yep.
Every now and then, because like Schirik Buffalo Farm is north of Michigan, and they make buffalo bush cheese, and they're like the best ever, but hard to get. So every now and then, I'll get bush cheese at L&M. They're pretty good. It's not the same as buffalo,
Right.
But they're pretty good.
They are good.
Or potato sausage. Get that at L&M a lot too.
Right.
I do.
We need to make.
I'm just so
I'm
are
hungry
supposed to
now.
Have like ethnic potluck.
Yeah, and
one
I could
day.
make like dumplings. Like I've
Yeah.
talked about like trying to like make Corella's old dumplings she used to make that were so good.
Well, okay. Well, we had more Polish in Wisconsin than Czech, but there was some Czech. But yeah, so it's, and then we grew up with these things. They're called Able skivers. Have you heard of them?
No.
Okay, but they're delicious. It's like a donut hole kind of thing, but with filling in it. And you make them in like an iron skillet. And you have to like put the batter in, and then the filling, and then you
Oh.
flip it, and it's like this donut thing, and then you dip it in sugar.
You had me a donut.
So it sounds weird, but it's great. So that's what I've
Try it,
learned.
right?
Never judge the food by the word. You can judge it by the look and smell, but not the word.
Yep.
All right,
I think we're
Salu.
yeah.
In what is your best small town signing off?
Oh well, I better get going.
Suppose I better go now.
Yeah.
Gotta slap your knees.
Yeah.
Giddy up, yep.
Bye everyone.
See y'all. I don't know where you are, Shannon. There you are.